Icy Hot Pro with 2 max strength pain relievers. Targets multiple pain receptors. Ice works fast. Heat makes it last.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Zysol is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Zysol keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all. Take Zysol. At night.
When he got there, the drinking age was 18, and we did drink, and I took him to a strip club. Yes, I did.
I didn't even ask that question.
But I
had no idea. All right.
I'm telling you to let you know that I'm an equal opportunity parent.
Corrector?
Parent. He was 19. He had never been to a strip club, and I was like, okay, I'm going to take you to a strip club.
Who goes to a strip club with their mother?
This is the plaintiff, Marie. She says she had a graduation party for the defendant, her 21-year-old son, and ended up getting very angry at her that night over a girl. He charged at her, pushed her into the bathroom, hit her, and she fell into the Venetian blinds, breaking them. He also slammed a dining room chair into the wall and ripped her bedroom door off. As a mother, it breaks her heart to have to sue her son. But the defendant must stop this behavior. She's suing for $1,385, the amount she's owed for repairs. This is the defendant, Christian Perez. He says his mother has a drinking problem, and he admits to getting mad at her once and slamming a chair on the floor. He's since moved in with his father, says his mother's making up all this stuff because she loves money and just sues people for a living. He owes her nothing because this lawsuit's an attempt to make him look bad, so shame on her. He's accused of making his mom mad.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marilyn Milian is now presiding. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Marie, you've asked to be referred to only as Marie. You are suing your son, Christian Perez, for $1,385 in damages that you say your son has done throughout the years in your home while he was living with you. What's going on?
Your Honor, it pains me to be here, to be suing my son, but I'm trying to teach him a lesson that you just can't go around being angry and acting like the Hulk without there being consequences. Christian has, on a regular basis, get angry and he breaks things. For example, my daughter and I were having a discussion. It became heated. She saw something on television, saw some girl spit on somebody, so she wanted to know about it. She spit on me. I guess
my
son,
she just wanted to spit on you.
Yeah,
How
I
old's
guess
your
my
daughter?
son, she's going to be 18 on Friday. But back then, it was probably like 2 years ago, and my son wanted to stop us from arguing, so he took my chair, my dining room chair, and hit it up against the wall, and the dining room chair broke.
How long ago was this? 2 years ago?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to do is give you a picture of, how he does this regularly. Another incident in which he destroyed my property is his car broke down, and he delivers pizza. So I allowed him to use my luxury car. It's a Mercury. He rode the car all the way to New York City for the weekend. And then when he got back, I came to pick up my car. He immediately threw a temper tantrum, jumped on top of the van, dented the hood, kicked my luxury car, dented that as well.
How long ago was this?
That was in May.
How old's your son?
He's 21.
Why don't you throw his behind out of your house?
You know what? He's lived with his father and myself off and on, he and my daughter. So he's not like living in my house on a consistent basis. It's like, it's erratic, in other words.
Well, I just don't understand. You're describing something that if he's violent like that, I don't want him around my daughter either. So he's out. He can go be violent in his own apartment that he pays for. I don't get it. Like, why are you not kicking him out?
No, he's out now.
What's going on?
I don't even know where to start.
Well, why don't we start with your mother's claim, where she wants you to pay her $1,385 because according to her, in the last few years, you've ripped up bathroom blinds, broken 2 dining room chairs, ripped out a bedroom door, et cetera, et cetera.
And I don't recall any of that except...
You recall? The heck does that mean?
I don't recall any of that besides
well, wouldn't you recall if it had happened? I don't get it. It either did happen or it didn't. There's no I don't recall.
It didn't happen.
Well, she says it did.
I didn't rip up blinds.
Tell me about the rip-up blinds. How did that happen?
He graduated February 8, 2013, and I gave him a party.
From where?
From high school. And I gave him a party. At the party, one of his best friends made a pass at his sister, my daughter, and it infuriated him. So his best friend's brother got him out of the house to calm him down. The side door to the kitchen was open. So he runs back through the side door through the kitchen, and he charges me.
So he charged you at the party?
And he was hitting me.
He was hitting you?
Yeah, and I was covered up.
Was that the first time he hit you?
Yeah, I was covered up. And then once it was over with, the guy said, "That's your mother, that's your mother." And I said, "Christian, you cannot hit."
Was he drunk?
He was, and I'm saying that because he's gonna say that I have a drinking problem. That's what I heard that he was walking in here. But that car incident.
Why is he gonna say that?
Because he wants to get out of.
Because one time.
One time what? I got.
Well, let's see. According to you, one of the dining room chairs was broken during an episode where you and your daughter, who's not yet 18,
right?
You took her out for a drink.
Yes, I did.
Why would you take a minor who's 17 out for a drink?
Because when I was younger, my mother took me out for a drink when I was 16. She said that.
And the drinking age was 18. And your mother took you out. And,
she did.
And now he says you're an alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Okay. So you took your daughter out and tell me again why? Because your mother took you out and what?
My mother took me out because she said she wanted, if I were to drink or smoke or anything, she wanted to be there with me and, give me the ins and outs and not have it occur with my friends. So I took my daughter.
Okay.
But
so
I want to say one more thing before you go on.
Yeah.
After he, messed up my car and everything, I'm from the Virgin Islands, St. Croix Virgin Islands, and they don't know their ancestry. And so after he messed up my car, I took the entire family to the Virgin Islands. I sent for him so that he could meet his family for the first time after having not spoken to him. And when he got there, the drinking age was 18, and we did drink, and I took him to a strip club. Yes, I did.
I didn't even ask that question.
But I
had no idea. All right.
I'm telling you to let you know that I'm an equal opportunity parent.
Corrector?
Parent. He was 19. He had never been to a strip club. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take you to a strip club.
Who goes to a strip club with their mother? Did you go to a strip club with your mother?
It was extremely awkward.
Well, why did you go? Say no and go to a strip club with your cousins. Well, I don't get it.
That's exactly what she wanted to do, so I was like, hey, let's go.
Okay, that is just really weird. What's going on? Because according to her, you're ungrateful. She's stood by your side. You've been kind of a challenge of a child. She's tried to be a good mother to you, and you've destroyed a bunch of her stuff.
The violent stuff.
What happened when she came home with your sister that night?
Oh, I snapped. I honestly snapped.
And why did you snap? What happened?
Because she was smacking me while I was sleeping. Yes.
Your mother was slapping you in your sleep?
Slapping me and yelling, and she said that my sister was outside. She was throwing up or whatever, and she was gonna choke on her own vomit, and it was all my fault.
Because you wouldn't get out of bed?
Yes. So when I finally got up, it was 5 o'clock in the morning.
And not her fault because she got her drunk?
Exactly. And I went to sleep around 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock was when she woke me up. I had to be to work at 9. I was upset that I was getting woken up, and for this reason, which I had nothing to do with.
Okay. And you didn't go outside to check on your sister?
I went downstairs, actually, and she was in the bathroom. And I saw way more than I wanted to see because she didn't have much clothes on, and I lost it.
And what'd you do?
I went upstairs. We argued. The closest thing to me was a chair because she was daring me to hit her. So I broke the chair and I walked out.
So what'd you do with the chair?
I lifted it up, slammed it on the ground, and it broke. It was a wooden chair. She had it for about 15 years.
Where are you living now?
With my father.
How old are you?
21. I had my own place, but that didn't work out due to the roommate situation, and I can't afford it on my own.
Find another roommate. Do what everybody else does.
Yep.
Did you rip her bedroom door out?
No, I don't know how the bedroom door got ripped up. She made it seem like I just pulled the whole door off the hinges.
Does your mother have a drinking problem?
Oh, yeah.
Has she ever been in any kind of detox program or anything like that?
Nope. But she gets very physical when she's drinking. She's thrown stuff at me, hit me a couple times.
How are you going to prove the value of the stuff that you're suing for?
I went on Home Depot line and I looked up the cost of the door, the blinds.
Do you have any witnesses to the door or the blinds? There's a room full of witnesses. There was a party going on. Was she throwing you a party?
Yeah.
And then you get mad because one of your friends makes a pass at your sister?
Yeah, because it was totally inappropriate.
Well, what was the pass? Like,
he took the bottle of E&J that was on the counter, and he put it towards his private parts, and he told my sister if she wanted anything to drink, she would have to play with it.
And
I was right there, and I punched him in his face.
Good for you. And then what happened?
Me and him got into a scuffle, and the part about the blinds, my mother was actually trying to hold him back in the bathroom, and I came through the door, and I charged at both of them, and the blinds apparently
Because you were
ripped.
charging at him again. Are you friends with this guy?
No, not right now. No.
Right.
We haven't talked since that day.
Oh, my gosh.
Judge Million, I don't want to interrupt, but I have to say something. Never in all my life did I know my son could lie the way he's lying now. And it breaks my heart to know that he can do it without any conscience. And what is more devastating to me right now is knowing that our family traditions of Thanksgiving, Christmas, they're all shot to hell.
What did you think suing your son would do to Thanksgiving and Christmas?
I actually thought suing him would teach him a lesson about consequences. I'm not the first door he ripped down. He ripped down his principal's door at Bosse's school.
What are you doing taking your daughter out, getting her drunk, and then waking up your son who has to go to work at 9 o'clock to go deal with the problem that you created?
Well, it seemed as though when I told her I'm going to get your brother, she jumped up and, got herself together.
She's sick. She's throwing up because she got drunk, because you got her drunk.
She was not throwing
Why do you
up.
wake him up to take care of that? I mean, it's kind of bizarre, you know?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if you had a violent son who pushed you and broke your stuff, would you sue him to teach him a lesson?
Yes, I would. I would. He's of age, he's an adult, he needs to take responsibility for his actions.
Fair enough. Would you sue your own son?
I would not.
Why?
I would want to protect him.
But what if he's not protecting you and he's hurting himself?
I just couldn't do that. I couldn't do that to myself, so I would not sue him.
Fair enough. Would you, if you were old enough to have an adult son, would you sue him?
I would not. I think there's other ways you can teach a lesson, and I wouldn't sue my son.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
The bedroom door incident happened when?
That same night, he ripped the door off. He ripped the door off, and all of a sudden he
Do you have any
says he
pictures of
doesn't
this stuff?
recall. Pardon?
Do you have pictures of this stuff?
Yes, I do.
Let me see. Show me picture. Do you have pictures of damage to the car?
Yes, they're all here.
Do you have any proof of what the car dent cost to fix?
I changed pocketbooks this morning,
not
and
at
it was
all.
in there, and I just left it. I don't know why.
You took the pictures. The damage to the car was when?
May 2012, because I sent for him to go to Virgin Islands in August 2012. My daughter took the picture this morning. She was like, Ma.
It hasn't been fixed. Okay.
So, yeah.
You're putting a value on these chairs of $50 each?
Yeah.
There was more than one?
Yeah. Why, you can't keep track of all the stuff you break?
I only recall breaking one chair. I'm pretty sure I only broke one chair. Throughout my lifetime,
How about the car?
the car,
You have an
I don't
anger
know
management
nothing
problem?
she's speaking about with the car.
You have an anger management problem?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
What does father say about this?
His father has conversations with him in regards to what he can and cannot do. And I guess it falls on deaf ears.
I just don't understand. He's 21. You're 21, right? Not 12. I mean, you got to put up with this garbage as a parent when the kid's 12. When they're 21, you kick them right out the door, and then they realize, what 3 hots and a cot mean.
He's out now.
And they value. No, he's not. He's with his father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's never coming in my house again.
My father actually doesn't talk to my mother because my mother is abusive. And my mother assaulted him. It's on file. if you
Man,
go.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall on Thanksgiving in this household. What's your game plan? You just never talk to your mother again?
There's Thanksgivings where I haven't been there. There's Christmases. There's plenty of holidays that haven't happened, so I don't see why it's such a big deal now, because in the past, no one's ever together to start with.
That's not true.
Okay, I am not a therapist. I am a judge.
And I have had him in therapy.
Yeah.
For the majority of his life.
Okay. But, you know, I have you admitting to damaging several things there. I don't know that I would sue you if I was your mother, but she is suing you, and I have you admitting to a bunch of different things that you damage in anger. But it's saying to me, but Judge, I was right to be angry, which is fine, but that doesn't give you the right to start smashing things.
I understand.
Right.
She never asked me to pay for it, neither.
Well, she's asking you now, and she's within the statute of limitations. So she's asking for $1,385, which is ridiculous, particularly when you don't bring any proof of anything. So I'm looking at the pictures, and I'm going to make my own estimation for the stuff that I believe you damaged and that you've talked about damaging. And I'm going to order you to pay her $250. That's my judgment. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Well, let's first talk to the young man, the defendant right here. What was that like for you in court there?
That was awful.
How come? How come?
Because it's my mother, and she called me a liar, and she was the one telling all the stories. I'll probably cry about it later.
Yeah.
Probably.
Do you love your mom?
Of course I love my mother. I love my mother to death, and I don't.
Do you think she loves you and cares about you? Really? Are you still going to continue to reach out to her? At some point? All right, okay. All right. Right down this way. Well,
what can I say? He lied, and there's a problem with the young people today. There's a crisis. They have no humble, and they don't listen. They don't humble themselves. They don't listen. And
oh, really? I thought those were tears in his eyes.
I think my son, I've taught him to be articulate. And
What do you think those tears meant?
He was acting. He lied. He was acting.
You still love your son?
No, I'm lying.
Okay, Harvey.
No, I'm just joking. I love my son, but it felt good to say that because he lied.
You know, sometimes it just doesn't work out. When family members are so toxic, maybe the best thing to do is just stay away from each other. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Adobe Acrobat Studio, so brand new. Show me all the things PDFs can do. Do your work with ease and speed. PDF Spaces is all you need. Do hours of research in an instant with key insights from an AI assistant. Pick a template with a click. Now your prezzo looks super slick. Close that deal? Yeah, you won. Do that, doing that, did that, done. Now you can do that with Acrobat. Now you can do that with the all-new Acrobat. It's time to do your best work with the all-new Adobe Acrobat Studio.
Getting ready to step into your career era? Set yourself apart with Adobe Creative Cloud Pro for students. Hone your skills with apps like Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, and more, powered with the latest in creative AI. Students save over 55%, so you can build a portfolio you're proud of. Launch your future with Adobe Creative Cloud Pro for students. Visit adobe.com/students to learn more.
This is the plaintiff, Deborah Pinto. She says the defendant, a dog groomer, injured her beloved dog Rocky when she was grooming him. Turns out Rocky had a nasty slip when he was in her care, and his hind legs were hurt so badly he can barely walk. This isn't about the money. The defendant must take responsibility for her careless actions and needs to be taught a lesson about lying and trying to cover up her mistakes. She's suing for $3,000, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, Pamela. She says the plaintiff's dog's been coming to her for a number of years, and she knows he has bad hip dysplasia. She noticed the dog wasn't walking very well when the plaintiff brought him in, and she told the plaintiff she was concerned. Next day, the woman calls her claiming she did something to the dog and demanded payment for the vet bill. She did no such thing to harm the dog and refuses to give the plaintiff a penny of her hard-earned money. She's accused of a doggone dilemma.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant badly injured her dog, Rocky, while the dog was on the grooming table, but the defendant says the dog has bad hips and she didn't do the damage. It's the case of the dog that wasn't hip.
Okay, Deborah Pinto, you are suing Pamela. You've asked us not to mention your last name. Actually, Pamela's dog grooming facility. You've asked us not to mention the name of the facility. We'll respect that. For $3,000, a statutory max in damages that you say you have incurred as a result of her business's negligence during a grooming session.
Correct.
Tell me what happened.
It was 3 months ago today, exactly. I brought Rocky there.
What kind of dog is Rocky?
He's a lab setter mix, so he's a large dog. And he does.
How large?
He's about.
How many pounds?
90-something pounds. It's large.
Yeah, it is.
And so I've been bringing him there for a number of years and have had no issues or problems. I went and picked him up, and I noticed he was on the floor. The table was lowered down to the bottom, and he was half on the table and half on the floor. And I noticed his haircut was very choppy. And so when I questioned her about the haircut, she said...
Who did the actual cut?
I don't know.
I did.
You did the actual... Okay, go on.
And so when I asked about his cut, she said that he was very shaky that day. So I didn't think anything of it.
Well, had your dog had any issues before that day?
No. I mean, he has hip dysplasia.
Okay.
but he's walked without no problems or any issues prior to that. I mean, his muscles have started to deteriorate as an older dog, but not to the point where...
How old is the dog?
He's 13. He just turned 13 in August, actually.
Right.
So she said to me that his haircut was choppy.
Who among us is not calculating the dog years right now? Okay, go ahead.
She told me that his haircut was choppy because he was having a bad day. So I let it go because everybody has a bad day. So she said to me, his hips look like they're getting worse. And I said, yeah, he's getting older. She said, have you ever used a towel to get the dog up? And I said, no, I've had no need to do that. And she said, well, let me show you. So again, he was laying half on the table was lowered to the bottom. And he was on the floor, half on the table. And she leashed him, gave me the leash to hold, and she put the towel underneath his belly. And we walked out of her shop, down the stairs, out to the parking lot, and into the car, and showing me with this towel how to maneuver my dog. So thank you very much. I went home. When I got home...
How often did you take that dog to the groomers?
Every couple months.
Okay.
Every couple months.
Because the phrase, her hips are getting worse, implies that everybody knows the dog has a hip problem.
Well, because I let her know. Because he does have he has some skin tags. So I let her know, remind her that there's tags to be careful when she's shaving him.
So you get into the car and what happens?
When I got him home, I couldn't get him out of the car. His hind legs just kind of fell underneath him. So I had a very difficult time getting him out of the car. And I still wasn't thinking anything happened at the groomer at that point. I finally got him into the house. My carport is very close to my back door, so I was able to get him into the house. And once I got him in the house, he just plopped on the kitchen floor and just lay there. And so I didn't think, exhausting morning at the groomers. So I let it go, and I gave him his water and food out and treats. And my friend here came over, and we were going out for the day. So we left the dog laying there on the kitchen floor, which is fairly normal for him, and came back maybe about 3, 4, 5 hours later, and he was still in the exact same spot. Didn't move, didn't eat his treats, his food, and that's not the dog. And so I'm looking at his legs, and they were like stretched straight out, and I'm thinking, oh my God, something happened. So I'm thinking, could this be, because the vet had told me it'll happen gradually that he'll stop walking, but he wouldn't even get up to go to the bathroom. And anyway, I called, I made a few phone calls. I called my boyfriend because I didn't know what to do. I was, upset. I started crying, thinking there's something wrong with the dog. So he came home, and it was probably at that point about 12 hours later from the time that I brought him home from the groomer till my boyfriend got home. The dog still hadn't moved and got out. So we called the vet, and the vet examined him and said that he definitely had a bad day. He called it muscular atrophy. I have the vet report.
Okay, can I see the report from the vet?
Sure.
What do you think why are you suing her?
Well, I'm suing her because Rocky was fine when I brought him in.
He wasn't fine. Your dog had dysplasia.
Yeah, but
the vet had warned you that the dog was going to start to slowly have this problem.
But he had been fine. He walked in there fine. Rocky used to love to go for long walks, and now.
Why was the table brought down?
I have a table that rises and...
So why did you feel the need to lower it for Rocky?
I do for all older and large dogs. That's so I don't have to put the muscle on me.
When did she first bring the dysplasia to your attention?
Since the day he came.
Which is how many years ago? I don't know when that is. She started coming to me in January of 11. Okay. What is it you think happened that would cause her to pay you $3,000?
Well, okay, so the next day she returned a phone call to my boyfriend because I didn't want to speak to her. And I have a statement from Frank because he couldn't be here today. He had to go to work. And she admitted to him that he slipped. She said he did not fall off the table, but he slipped. And
okay, let's assume he slipped. What is it she did wrong that would make her pay you $3,000?
She neglected to tell me.
So you're suggesting that whatever slip happened there has caused your dog to now what?
Absolutely. He struggles to get up. I have video of him.
I need now medical proof of what you're saying as opposed to you surmising.
Okay,
that. So what you've given me is one page from the vet. I need everything you have from the vet. And then I need to stop talking, and then I need you to talk and tell me what happened that day.
So, does this woman have a case?
America, man. You know, if she thinks that she can blame someone for the years that her dog's been at it, what's next?
What do you think?
I don't think that she has a valid case because the dog's old and she can't just blame it on him.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
Rocky came in at 9 o'clock. My assistant was there. She brought the dog in. Not a problem. We're aware of the dog being older. With senior dogs in my shop, we don't normally put them on tables to groom. I groom them on the floor. 2 people pick them up to put them in the tub and take them out. He was done on the floor. The only time he was on a table in my store was at the end of his grooming after he walked around. He ate some Cheez-Its that fell on the floor, and he wanted to lay on the table, which is this high off the floor, which I put him there. She walked in and started yelling, Rocky, you know, happy to see him, and Rocky's foot was hanging off. That's all. Rocky never fell off a table.
Did Rocky ever slip?
No, he never slipped.
Did you ever tell her boyfriend that he slipped?
No, I did not.
Okay, I'm kind of lost.
Okay.
What evidence do you have that the dog even slipped? It's your boyfriend who you couldn't get to come with you to court?
Unfortunately, he had to work today.
Okay, can I see whatever you have from him? Did that come up already? Okay. They made numerous calls to the groomers in order to speak to them in this manner. Finally returned my call, informed me that Rocky didn't fall off the table but had slipped on the floor, and that was the reason for his bad haircut. She says she didn't even tell him that. The best you've got is hearsay, because this is hearsay.
Well, can I just,
yeah.
He works for the New York Yankees, so it's hard for him to.
Your dog is so cute.
Those 2 pictures are from the day that in question.
Well, you actually have some video.
Yes, I do.
Right? Let me see the video. Oh my, your dog looks just like my dog. What is this dog?
He's a Lab English Setter mix.
Mine is a Lab Poodle mix, but I kind of don't believe it. I think Santa Claus overcharged me, but I really don't care because I love my dog.
Come on, baby. Come on. Come and eat. Look what I got for you.
Is this on the day in question? Or later?
That was a little bit later on because he's gotten progressively worse since that incident.
Oh boy! Oh, isn't that yummy?
It's kind of torture.
That's a boy. Oh, come on, honey, you can do it. Come on, that's a boy.
Oh.
Good boy. That's my good boy.
All he does now to get up is to get up to eat, and if I can try to get him up to go to the bathroom, that's it. And he now has bed sores from his inactivity.
Okay, how can you possibly blame that on her rather than the pre-existing condition of dysplasia?
Because he was not like that the morning that I brought him. And, Your Honor, my friend here who showed up at my house and then was there when I returned back, the dog would always, as soon as anybody walked in the house, the dog would get up and greet them and want to go outside.
I'm going to assume for the paper, I just want you, I assume what you want me to do is take testimony from her, the dog was great the day before and isn't the day after. Okay, I'm going to assume all that to be true. Have you ever seen a dog with dysplasia? Do you presume that what they do is limp for 2 months first, and then this for 2 months, and then that for, you have this like timetable in your head, and you're telling me because that's what the vet said. You got to prove what you're saying when you come into court and ask me to order someone to pay you $3,000, a statutory maximum for small claims. So all I need from you is proof, not your friends, not your boyfriend. I need proof. And if it's true that it's because of a fall, it's the easiest thing to prove in the world. And that is, give me something from your vet that says, this dog has an injury. And because of this injury, this dog can't walk. Okay, that's all I need. But instead what I have is not just not that, I have the exact polar opposites of that. I have your vet talking about the dysplasia, talking about muscle atrophy, and your proof shows me the opposite of what you're trying to prove in court here today. My verdict is for the defendant.
Thank you.
All right, both sides go on, please.
Well, plaintiff unable to pin the blame on the defendant here for the condition of the dog. What's your reaction to the outcome?
I really don't have anything to say. My dog is going downhill faster than he would have had this not happen, and that's it. And so I'll never obviously use that groomer again. And the bad reviews that she has on the internet, I'm going to be adding to it. So there'll be more reviews, which I didn't get a chance to tell the judge the reviews that were on there.
Listen, sometimes, you know, we've all been dog owners and we've all gone down this road and, you know how it ends. Sometimes dogs, you know, this happens.
I understand that, but he was fine when I brought him in there, and he was not fine. She covered it up by showing me how to use a towel, and that's the bottom line. She covered it up by walking me out to the car.
How is the dog right now?
He's very immobile. I have to beg him to get up.
Pet him from us, will you?
I will.
All right, thank you. Right down this way and sign your documents on the way out. So step on in here. Well, you obviously lost a customer there. What happened?
I feel bad. None. He's old. He's got hip dysplasia, and I don't know what happened between my shop and home. He's shaky to begin with, and he's just old, and he's sore.
Harvey?
You know, this case can't be won without medical evidence. The irony is that the medical evidence proves that the defendant did nothing wrong. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Ah, Smart Water Alkaline with antioxidant.
Whoa, that's refreshing.
And a 9.5 plus pH for every way you move.
I did take a Spain class today.
Restoring like a pro. Smart Water Alkaline with antioxidant. For those with a taste for taste. Grab yours today.
This is the plaintiff, Dion Foreman. She says the defendant cared for her children at her home, and one of their very expensive sweaters is missing. The sweater was brand spanking new. Clothes don't magically disappear, and the defendant refuses to refund her the $65 it cost her to buy. So she's suing. This is the defendant, Nelita Greenidge. She says the plaintiff never gave her anything for the children and has no idea why this woman is suing her. This whole lawsuit's pathetic. If the woman needed some clothes for her children, all she had to do was ask, because she's got lots of stuff and lots of sizes. But owe her money? No way. She's accused of Jamaican a woman crazy.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant watched her kids and now very expensive sweater is missing. But the defendant says the lawsuit is totally bogus. It's the case of don't sweat the small stuff.
Okay, Dion Foreman, you are suing Nelita Greenidge? Okay. For $65, the cost of a sweater of your daughter's that you say is missing and it's her fault. All right, tell me what's going on.
Okay, Your Honor. The system took my children.
The system took your
my children, yes.
Okay, what does that mean? Why did the system take your children?
Well, there was an accident with my son. They went to the school, and ACS was involved, and they took my kids away.
No, wait, but accidents at school don't cause you to lose your children. What does the system say is the reason they took your children? Even if you disagree with it, what reason do they give?
He has a broken finger.
And he went to school with a broken finger, and the school then alerted the authorities.
Yes.
And then the authorities came to talk to you.
Yes.
And I take it they found your explanation inadequate or suspicious, so they took both children.
Yes, Your Honor.
How did your child break his finger?
It was an accident.
Why didn't you take him to the doctor or the hospital?
I did took him to the doctor. That's when I found out that the finger was broken. But that is not why I'm suing Ms. Nelita Greenidge.
Oh, I'm sure it's not. I read your complaint. I know why you're suing. Okay, so the system took, your boy is how old?
He's a boy and a girl.
How old is your boy?
He was 10 at the time.
10 years old?
Yes.
So he can tell us how he broke his finger.
Okay.
And the girl, did your son talk to the authorities?
Well, no, I'm not aware of if my son spoke with the authorities.
And then the girl is how old?
She's 5. She's 5 years old.
All right, so go ahead. So they take him, and what day did they take him away?
May 25th.
All right. And then what happens?
Okay, my kids was with a Hispanic family, Mrs. Lopez. She was wonderful.
Do you mean a foster family?
Yes.
That the court picked out?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. She was a wonderful lady. I liked her, and the kids loved her. But the reason why I asked to have the kids removed from her, because of the kind of ear that, you know, African American have. She didn't know how to comb the hair.
The hair?
The hair, yes. Yes, Your Honor.
So then what? Then you got to pick that your children left that foster home and went where?
No. They had asked me if I knew somebody from my culture who I would prefer.
All right, so you wanted someone who was Jamaican to take care of your children, and then you had a friend, and this is your friend, right? You're the friend?
She's not.
Hello?
Not really.
Not really? How'd you pick her then?
Well, she used to take care of my son. Somebody had referred her to me. She's a licensed daycare, and she used to take care of my son. She took care of him.
Right, but there's a big difference between getting paid to be a daycare provider and taking 2 children in as foster kids.
She's getting paid. They were paying her to take care of the kids.
Oh, well, so long as the government's paying you. All right, so you agree to be a foster mom, but were you a foster mom before that?
When she called me, yes.
Oh, you had been.
And she asked me, I told her I am now a licensed, foster parent, so if she needed me to take the kids, I would consider it, which I did. And I told her I could not go to her agency. She would have to take the child to my agency. That would be her responsibility.
Okay.
And that she did.
All right. Well, those are details that I guess don't really matter. But then you took the 2 children.
Yes.
And then at some point, the older one left you?
Yes.
And why did he leave you? That's the boy.
Because he started having mental issues.
How?
He was holding knives that he wanted to kill himself. He was hearing, things and all that sort of stuff. So he went to the mental institution. And for him to be with me, I would have to have a different training.
Kind of license. You'd have to have
Right.
medical. Okay.
So
he went to a mental institution?
Yes.
Where is he now?
My kids are back with me, with Your Honor.
Oh, okay. And then, but the girl stayed with you?
Yes.
And how long did the boy stay with you? How long did the girl, put your hand down. How long did the boy stay with you? How long did the girl stay with you?
Just a short time.
What's that?
That's
not an answer. A day?
No, for some weeks.
Weeks, okay.
Weeks.
So now what goes wrong that brings you to court?
Are foster parents generally people who like kids?
I would say yes. If they're just doing it for the money, there are much easier ways to make money than become a foster.
Fair point. What do you think?
I think they honestly want some kids. They need some kids in their life. There's a lot of ways to make money, so I'm pretty sure they actually want some kids in their life.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
Okay, Your Honor, when my kids was transferring from Forestdale to SCO, my caseworker had called me and my husband over to spend some time with the kids before they was taxied over to Mrs. Greenwich. The foster mother was there, Mrs. Lopez. She showed me everything that my daughter came in care with Miss, before the kids was transferred to Miss Greenwich. This recent sweater that I just bought her, that is missing, that I'm suing for.
Okay.
Along with other clothes.
A $65 5-year-old's sweater from Macy's.
Yes, it was actually more than that, but that's what I got it on sale for.
Okay.
Right.
Do you have a picture of the sweater?
Actually, my phone, somebody stole my phone and my computer got
Do you have a receipt for the sweater?
No, because I buy cash.
So then when Mrs. Lopez shows you her things, is the sweater there?
Everything was there.
And
the
then
sweater.
what happens?
Well, the kids was transferred to Miss Greenwich along with other clothes, including clothes that the foster mother had purchased for the kids.
Let me ask you a question. Is the child going to school?
When she had them, she didn't put them in school. She had them driving around in Salvation Army collecting donation clothes and food.
No,
pantry.
I'm sorry. Was it school time or was it summertime?
It was summertime.
Oh, okay. So go on.
But after school was open, they still was with her. So yes, as I was saying, Your Honor. So
yeah, try not to get your kids taken away from you, because wow, these other foster mothers, they're just not up to par.
Yes, because yes. So that was the only reason why I had the kids removed.
Okay, so what's the deal? You're here because what? Because when you pick up your kids, the sweater's missing?
The sweater didn't came back along with.
So you
other
think she
clothes
stole
that I
the sweater?
purchased. Well, I did. I think she have my sweater. She
what
sent
proof
it to,
do you have that she has the sweater?
I don't have have no
How do we know
sweater.
your 5-year-old just didn't lose a sweater like everybody else's 5-year-old
well,
can do?
Well, it was there with my caseworker and the foster mother.
Okay, so
They
why isn't
were
it just
there.
one of those things? Why is it something that requires you to come to court and sue the lady who was a foster parent, a loving parent to your children while you couldn't be? Why is it that you decide that because a sweater is missing, somehow that makes a court case against the lady who took care of your kids when the government wouldn't let you take care of them because he has an unexplained, a child with behavioral issues has an unexplained broken finger? I'm not understanding. Maybe, is it just, I don't know, have I had too much coffee this morning or is it mystifying you?
Mystified.
Yeah.
Well, can I say something, Your Honor?
Oh, yes, I live for the moment.
She wasn't so as a loving foster mother because she did abuse my kids. The only reason why I didn't bring my son
When did you
today-
find out she was abusing your kids?
After my son came home.
So of course, you alerted the authorities.
Yes, I did.
And you filed a complaint.
Yes, I
and
did.
you called the police to say she was abusing your kids,
Yeah,
right?
she wet
Let me
my
see
daughter
all
up.
those complaints.
I don't have it, but
That
she-
never happened, did it?
she wet my
Did that
daughter up
happen?
with cold water.
Did you abuse her kids?
Never.
Did you ever hear from any agency that she
No.
had complained that you had abused
Never.
her kids?
Never.
No. The only thing you saw was a lawsuit for a $65 sweater that is missing. Am I really here?
She replaces all my daughter
Verdict
clothes with
for the
donation
defendant.
clothes.
You have no proof she stole your kid's sweater.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, she had no evidence of anything, so the plaintiff comes out here on the losing end of the
she
case.
took my daughter's sweater. She took my, and she's
How do
nothing.
you know? How do you know?
She is nothing. My daughter's sweater went with her. It did went there. She took it and sent it to 80 where she collect clothes and sell to 80 for other people, children. She took my daughter's stuff. I work hard for that sweater. She only nothing but a money-hungry gospel grinder. She called herself a Christian. She put my daughter in cold water because she didn't want to take a shower. I hope you burn in hell. You're nothing but a gospel grinder. You only go church for grind the gospel. You Christian, all the donation clothes that she sent to my daughter, I took them back to the agency.
Okay, come.
I left you to your conscience. Well, she broke her son's finger. And she sent him to school, telling them that, let him tell a lie.
Why is she so angry?
Because that's how she is. She's just that type of person. And she has no friends. Because as soon as she gets close to somebody, they leave her because she has bad behavior. She needs to get a mental check.
Okay. Harvey?
Problem in this case is the plaintiff is abusing the system by making a bogus claim. You don't want the authorities looking at foster kids to poo-poo claims because people cry wolf. They should only be called when the claim is truly legitimate.